Okay, hello, hello! Now that I've got my shit set up, for the most part, I need to do a little more. I'm not used to streaming at 8, even though that was the goal time that I originally set for streaming. I'm a bit of a mess, I am. Okay. Oop. Okay. Alrighty, righty. Alright, turning my alarms off like a professional. Okay. I'm not tired. It's only 8 p.m. I'm not elderly. Okay. I'm so excited to continue this. Like, I'm actually so excited. And my glasses are so fucking blurry and fucked up. Give me a second. Okay. Glasses clean. Let's hit it with turnabout goodbyes. Yes. Let's go. Time to clear Edgeworth's name. Edgeworth. Maya?
Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief.
Hey, why'd you do that anyway?
I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry.
Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay?
Oh, okay.
Have you been questioned yet?
No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Whew. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay?
Huh? How much?
I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something.
Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Oh. My health insurance. The health insurance I dream of. You'll stay a dream for now. Any luck with Mia?
None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training.
She sounds like she really did do her best. She's really on that Gohan type shit. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area.
I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again.
Well, any thoughts about Gordy?
I want to see Gordy too!
If he really exists.
Well, I'd say a photograph is pretty good proof. Once this trial is over, let's get some fishing poles and go down to the lake.
Even if there is a monster in that lake, fishing poles sound like a bad idea. Oh, Maya would absolutely fucking get a fish hook through the finger. Like, without a doubt in my goddamn mind. Any thoughts on this?
Isn't that the enlarged photo Lana was talking about?
Uh-huh.
Huh. It's nice and big, but you can't really see the faces any clearer, can you? My mother...
Now that I've shown her the picture, I'm not so sure it was the right thing to do. No, I'm pretty sure it was the wrong thing to do. Fuck.
Thanks for reminding me about my dead mom, you asshole. Oh man, now I'm thinking about my dead sister too. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Fuck. God, I'm such an asshole.
So the markings on this bullet and the barrel of the pistol matched?
Hey, I'm surprised you remembered that.
How could I forget after Von Karma rubbed it in so much? So which one of these are the ballistic markings?
I'm not really sure.
Mr. Edgeworth's prints are on this pistol, aren't they?
Yes, the prints from his right hand. But they must have gotten on there at some time other than the shooting.
What? Really?
Shooter used his left hand after all. Anything else I can show you? Fresh out of ideas. Did she ever have a clue in the first place? Okay.
What about my attorney badge? Must be nice, Nick. You can just show that to anyone and say, I'm a lawyer. But spirit mediums, well...
I don't know, with your clothes, I bet at least some people would recognize you.
But these are medium and training clothes. I wonder if I'll ever be a proper medium.
No, I think you look more like a small to me. Kill me. Alright, bye! Criminal Affairs Department? Yeah! December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene today! Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one! Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. I guess we go down to the lake then. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. Down to the public beach, I guess. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kiance. Down to the boat rental shop? Oh, looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. Okay, down to the woods. Ah! Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, ya pal. The trial today. Yes? What about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. Yeah, I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now, you can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had the report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her get dragged out by the bailiff,
I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know? And I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report on my end, get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail gonna be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. I could be a sugar baby. I could do it. Okay. So... back to the entrance, I guess, and then... back to the detention center? Yeah. Hey, Nick, you finally came! They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go.
Free at last, eh?
Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? I mean, it's not like I'm like some kind of thief or something.
Maya, little miss, if it's there and you can take it, it's free.
That's different, okay? It literally is free if it's there and you can take it.
Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they?
Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail.
Thank Edgeworth.
Huh?
He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Edgeworth posted her bail! Days. Ah, he's such a good person. I love him so much.
Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick.
What do you think we should do next?
We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding.
Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good a bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there?
Sure.
But also, do you have any ideas? Have you noticed anything lately?
Notice things. I don't really do that, Nick. You know what, though, I did kind of notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean.
I meant, have you noticed anything about the case?
Well, not much more than that, no.
She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. Okay. We move to the lake. December 26th, Gourd Lake Park entrance.
There aren't many cops around today, are there?
They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth.
Hey, y'all!
Hey,
it's Lotta!
Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? No, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realize that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility, but I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta. So, you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I've been a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry. I know it caused y'all a lot of trouble.
Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing.
Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder.
Right!
You mean the first time you witness a murder? Because you didn't fucking see shit.
What are you mumbling about, Nick?
Nothing. What about Gordy? Right! Well, the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rock it to stardom.
All right, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too.
Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what did you mean by making it up to us?
Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey! I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? Fine. We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. And God knows you are poor. I can smell it on you. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Thank you. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa, Gordy? But Gordy doesn't... I mean, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right. See y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? I say we go to Larry. December 26th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. What's that? The Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya! Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here. It would be, like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me, along with the banner. Wow! That's real impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. Yo, Nick! What happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that at school. No? Really? Maya, it's kind of rude to tell people about other people's PTSD triggers. Who cares? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that big... thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh, and here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. He does have enough air in his head. That's the guy that's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth's out. Sorry, Nick, I don't know much about that. I am a mere seller of hot dogs.
Okay, well, he doesn't know shit about fuck. What if I show him Maya's mom? I thought he was gonna comment about her being, like, a babe or something. Okay, he doesn't know shit about fuck. That's all we can really do here. Examine. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising.
Something about this Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me.
Huh? Really? It looks pretty well made to me.
Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff.
These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. Those flags look sadly out of place here, flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky.
I don't know, I think it gives the place a kind of festival atmosphere. It reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses.
Huh? The War of the what?
Huh? What? You mean you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses?
What the heck is it?
Our local fair used to do it every summer. Huh, I guess we were the only ones.
I ask again, what the heck is it? And then we just get no elaboration. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Compressor.
What's this machine? That's a compressor. I use it to fill up that balloon there with air. Huh, neat. You just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was.
I can't get over the samurai dogs.
The original samurai dogs, no less.
Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign?
Hey, good idea.
What have I done? I love this fucking game. Okay. I don't think we have anything else to look at.
Hey Nick, benches! Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog?
I think not. It's too cold to sit and eat hot dogs out here. And also, we're trying to investigate a fucking murder, Maya.
Whippy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't think we have anything else to say to him, so to the woods we go. December 26th, Gourd Lake Woods.
Hey, y'all.
Well, y'all find anything out about Gordy?
No, nothing.
Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime.
It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze.
Whoa, no you don't. No sneezing.
What?
I told y'all no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It'd trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film?
Nick, pay the lady.
Health insurance, I will never see you in my lifetime. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore.
Huh?
Whoa, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy.
What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist?
I'll quit being an investigative photographer.
What?
After all, I only have one photo to my name so far.
Was it a good one?
You bet, a UFO.
A UFO?
Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and I'll go back to school.
Huh? So you really are a university student?
Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit.
Right.
Okay.
So she's not gonna tell me anything else until I have information for her. Okay. I'm like, I don't... Move to the boat rental shop? It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Examine. Small boat rental shop, doesn't look like anyone's around. Probably closed because of the murder. Yeah, okay, nothing to look at there, I guess. Okay. So... I guess we just go back to the entrance. And then we go to... Ah, fresh air! I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving's much more fun. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Right. I'll behave. Oh dear. I almost made an innuendo and then I was like, she's 17, she's 17, she's 17. Misbehaving's much more fun. And then it's like, Maya, are you sure that curse... Are you sure that curse to say, like, innuendos isn't, like, activating as you get closer to being an adult? And she's like, nope, I just say words. Okay, what do we do? Well, what should we do? I don't know, I've been in detention this whole time. I think I'll let you decide what we should do. Do you have any ideas, though? Okay, well, no ideas, no thoughts, head empty. Let's go to the Criminals Affairs Department. Oh yeah, Gumshoe's here, okay. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look all out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean, again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. I'm just as broke as you. Why does everybody know that I'm fucking broke? How's the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case, Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. I fucking love you, Gumshoe. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Yeek! You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me, then? Oh! Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Shut the fuck up. Bullying my alarms again. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. The secret weapons. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now. Everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog still in training. Missile! Missile, here boy! I forgot! Oh! Woof! Here he is. Hey, he's cute! Look, Nick, cute dog! A cute dog. And this will help us how? Woof! Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Yeah, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be?
I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect.
I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. I guess I'm gonna borrow Missile. 'Cause, you know... Can we borrow Missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him.
Woof! He's so cute!
Oh boy. Canine Unit Missile borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. Okay, hold on. I'm talking too much and getting acid reflux from talking. Okay. Hydration check. Everybody hydrate. Jesus. Okay. Time to move down to the lake, I guess. Examine. Missile. Sniff the trash. Feel winter's chill. Okay. Well, we've already gotten this dialogue. Okay. Down to the public beach.
Hey, Nick! Missile's been acting strangely.
Missile? Oh, right. That little creature of the detectives.
Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. Huh? What's wrong, Missile? Eek! Missile! Missile! Whoa, stop that thing! Cannibal, it's eating my samurai dogs!
My samurai dogs! Sneef!
Wow, he ate every single one.
I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry? Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick! Haha, it's gonna have to this time. Alright. Thanks, Days. Present. Missile.
Hey, Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute? Keep that mud away from me.
What am I gonna tell the big boss?
There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, maybe the stand is a front for a mafia money laundering scheme.
Maya, I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened.
Oh, right. I'm super duper sorry.
My poor dogs. Okay, well, I don't think we're getting anywhere there. So, do we just examine things? And Missile can sniff? I don't know. I guess we've moved down to the woods and present Missile.
named Lotta. Oh, cute. Is he yours? He's a canine police dog. His name's Missile. Huh. Canines are the ones they use to sniff for things, right? I wonder what Gordy smells like. I hadn't thought about that.
I don't know, do we just examine stuff? There's food and some magazines on the sheet. Takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Okay. I don't know. Just fucking go to the boat rental shop, I guess. Examine. Okay. Okay, well, I don't think we're getting anything out of this, so I think I'm gonna bring Missile back to the cops. Oh, nope. Move to the Criminal Affairs Department. And talk. Detective Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the other things? Yeah, sure, pal. I have to take back the last one I lent you, department policy. Well, take your pick. Which one will it be? Just take the fishing pole, I guess. Oh, if it breaks, be sure to dispose of it properly, okay? Right. Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna go to the beach and present my mighty fishing pole. You know, you can't catch many fish in this lake.
I'm not after small fry. I'm after the biggest fry of them all, Gordy.
You really gonna try to fish out a monster?
To save Edgeworth? Yes.
Brings a tear to my eye in more ways than one.
I love you, Larry. Okay, down to the woods we go.
Okay, Nick, this looks like a good spot.
A good spot for what?
Time to do some fishing.
She's serious. What are you gonna use for bait?
Oh.
Yeah, oh.
I figured something like this would happen.
Oh, wait, fuck. I figured something like this would happen. We should have brought Missile along with us, too. At least then we'd have bait.
Nick! How could you?
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Some jokes are better left untold.
Don't I know it. Oof, she hit me.
Okay, what's this, Nick?
Just try not to reel in any empty cans or boots, okay?
Here we go. Ah, my leg.
Whoop. Click, 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 click.
Hey, what are you doing? Sorry, Lotta.
Don't tell me y'all are on some film company's payroll.
Nick, pay her.
My poor wallet. We were trying to fish.
Lotta, wait. For catching Gordy.
The fishing pole? Are you out of your doggone mind?
Yes. Yes, it's a fishing pole.
Huh. I never thought of that. Good luck.
Thanks.
I don't believe it. Okay, well, that was useless. Oh, god damn it. Okay, talk, secret weapons. Give me the other one. Fire the metal detector.
Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Okay. Oh, I got a trophy! Yay! Okay, let's move to the lake entrance and then down to the beach. And I don't know if I can present the metal detector to Larry. Sorry, Nick, I don't know much about things. I'm a mere seller of hot dogs. We know. Boat rental shop. Beep beep!
Nick! It's beeping! The metal detector's found something!
Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya.
Why do I have to check it out? Nick? Look!
Huh? An air tank? Huh, the valve looks broken.
I thought it was Gordy.
Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. Looks like a string of flags?
Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it.
It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value. Okay. Let's move back to the public beach and present it to Larry.
What? An air tank? What about it?
Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Is it yours? Say, is this air tank yours?
Why would I have a thing like that?
Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there.
Must be a coincidence. There are strings of flags everywhere these days. like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway?
To inflate something. You used this to inflate that, didn't you?
Inflate what?
What else? That big puffy steel samurai.
Now, why would you go asking me a question like that?
Looks like I hit the nail on the head.
Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the fritz, so I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And, it didn't go so well, as I suspected.
Ask more. It didn't go so well?
Yeah.
Do you think you could be a little more specific?
Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said. The compressor was busted, so I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then... blam! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. It took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? It sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kianse gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it.
Night before last was the night of the murder.
Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad.
It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least.
A mystery?
Maybe we should go tell her. Boom. Fucking Lotta. I'm gonna fucking tell you. Boom. Talk about Gordy. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Gordy doesn't exist. Lotta, there is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy don't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist.
Larry's air tank?
What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me?
What exactly are you saying, Nick?
There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang? The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo.
Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai?
Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info like I promised.
Poor Lotta.
So tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here.
Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted.
Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out.
Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick.
Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know.
Huh? Wait, so you have another photo?
Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Second lake photo added to the court record. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave.
Poor Lotta.
It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess.
The legend?
Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Someone should whip that butts into shape.
Down to the boat rental place. December 26th, boat rental shop.
Hey, Nick! This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about.
You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all.
Well, let's go check it out anyway.
December 26th, caretaker shack. Meg, that you?
Eek!
Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick.
Nick, you handle this?
I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg?
Yes?
Finally made up your mind, have you?
My mind?
You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone.
Pasta?
Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, Squawk.
Nick, what was that?
A parrot, the one on that perch. Keith! Yes? I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny.
Nick, what's the wet noodle?
Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, Squawk. Yep.
He fell asleep.
I guess he's relieved. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like that.
You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here.
Time to address the parrot in the room.
Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me.
What, you forgot, Meg? You gotta call her name first.
Her name?
Polly, how you been? Hello, Squawk. See?
Neat, so the parrot's name is Polly.
Parrot added to the court record.
Too bad all she can say is hello.
Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words.
The secret words? Polly, what's your name?
Polly, Squawk.
Cute.
Maya's found a new friend.
Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. I've never heard of a kotatsu in my whole life. This is regular, normal California. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa.
And what, talk about murders?
Aw, you're a party pooper, Nick. And besides, true crime content is a huge genre these days.
And what days would that be, Maya? What time period is it?
Well, anyway. Wow, he has a television in here, too.
This fishing pole looks expensive. Anything in his trash?
Look, a little safe. It's locked.
Wow, there are lots of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there?
Huh? Something funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish.
A pasta shop? Yep, to think the wet noodle will live on while I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg.
Yes?
Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing.
Dough tossing?
You too, Keith.
Yes?
You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen.
Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy?
Meg!
Yes?
You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you?
Right, of course, everybody knows that. Nick?
Huh?
How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade?
This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the Wet Noodle. Though, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, do we want to ride in one of your boats?" That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself,
Nick, this isn't going anywhere.
This old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. My memory's gotten worse as of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here.
Everything important? I wonder.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228, Squaw.
All right.
Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya?
See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking.
And a criminal mind. Maya, do not. Maya, don't. Maya, don't crack that safe. Don't take whatever's in the safe. It's not free, Maya.
Quick, Nick, write that number down.
Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes.
That a lawyer's badge?
Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy's the first person to recognize my badge.
I get it.
Huh?
Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith.
Nick, now's our chance to clear things up.
Sir? No, I'm not Keith.
And I'm not Meg either.
We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night.
Please help us.
A lawyer, huh?
Please, mister.
All right, I'll help. But on one condition.
What's that?
When this case is over and done, go run the wet noodle.
I can absolutely promise, on my life.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Hey, anything to get this case solved. I'll do anything for Edgeworth. Anything. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's my boy. Good for you, Keith.
Well, wait, didn't I just say...
You too, Meg.
Yes?
You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, Squire.
Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? He fell asleep. Yeah, okay. Is he just gonna do that for, like, every...
Yep, I seen this.
You know something about this, sir?
Keith.
Yes?
It's okay. You can call me Dad.
Dad, you know something about this?
Yep, the other night. On the lake. Out on the lake.
Yes?
I know all about that. I seen it.
What? Tell us what you saw.
Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all.
Okay.
I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yup.
It was after midnight, but okay.
Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yup.
What did he say?
What did he say?
Yup. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, I promise.
We need to know earlier than that.
You know what, yeah? Little Terry was just here.
Terry?
Yep, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face.
You must be talking about Detective Gumshoe.
He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow.
Really? Somehow, I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving.
I think you're right. Oh, wait, I had one more question.
Huh?
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squaw?
Don't forget DL6. Squawk.
Huh? What did she just say, Nick?
One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. Squawk.
What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister! I mean, Dad! This is getting weird. Who is this old guy?
Why would that bird Polly know about DL6?
We have to figure out who that old man is.
Oh!
What?
He locked the door from the other side.
Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Do you know about the parrot? Nope, he doesn't know shit about fuck. Let's move to the lake entrance. And then to the criminal... fuck. God damn it. To the lake entrance. And then to the criminal affairs department. December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey, pal. Long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret.
Do you know who that old man is, Detective?
Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea.
Sounds suspicious.
Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Present the goddamn parrot! What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What?
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk. Don't forget DL6. Squawk.
I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6?
Nick, you think he might be?
I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need.
All right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room.
I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Move to the records room. December 26th, Police Department Records Room.
Wow! It's amazingly dusty.
10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find that DL6 stuff quick.
15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6?
Nick, I found out where the file is.
Oh, thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file.
Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Right. Summary, found it. Here you go.
December 28th, 2001.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
Okay, so it's so it's 2016. It's December 2016, guys. And the judge doesn't know what a fucking digital camera is. And they're like, yeah, it's a brand new type of camera. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse.
What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. that day. Part of the court building collapsed, and all of the lights went out.
Wow, that was some earthquake.
At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours.
That would be scary like that in the dark.
There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on. Victim, here. Found it.
Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. 35 is literally younger than Jack Hammer, the victim in the last case. And he was, like, already famous as an attorney by this point. That's so... Oh. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles.
Miles?
Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father.
From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there?
That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi?
He was a clerk in the court, apparently.
So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it.
But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond? The victim in our case.
Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth.
Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out.
You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 case file. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now, all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Woohoo! I would love to save my progress.
Yippee!
Okay, I'm going to take a short little break to rest me ears. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm back from break. I am gonna drink a little more water, though. Hydration check. Okay, who's ready to go to trial? Who's ready to go to the Four Seasons Orlando? Okay. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order, order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gold Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Raise an objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. No. Well, I'm not really sure, yep. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? The night of the moida. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant. Witness looks like he does drugs. It's better than drugs, Jeremy. It's from Japan! God, no, I can't let Be More Chill haunt me. It's better than drugs. It's oxygen deprivation. Everybody's new favorite trend. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Blah 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 blah. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did, yep. You see? Continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith, the prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang, yep. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good, continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just afloating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly? Yep, at the time, that is. At the time? Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. If I know Von Karma, he spent time preparing his witness. I'm not going to find contradictions very easily in this testimony. Whew, it's tough being a lawyer. Okay. But how did you know that it was just after midnight? Bang. I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake, then I heard another bang. Just about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. The judge just like bangs his gavel. He's like, the witness will stop eeping on the stand. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Oh, wow. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma, he lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I'd better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Raise an objection?
Raise an objection. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise another objection! Fuck it! Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead," but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please? Can you hear me, sis? Please? We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Me?
Huh? What?
Oh wait, it wasn't Maya, it was Larry.
Larry? What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot! I heard it too!
Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. Oh, one moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting there in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Duty, Nick. Larry, seriously, a waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. I don't like that you're allowed to barge into a court like that. Listen, this is Ace Attorney rules. We're about to cross-examine a fucking parrot. Pretty soon here. There is wackier shit than barging in. Afoot. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Hi, Gonald and Bonald. Ponald? What did I call you guys? We don't remember either. Whew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Oh, Edgeworth not thinking straight. That never fucking happens. I'm ordinarily so level-headed and I think so straight. Heterosexually, even, one might say. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! God, everything's on Larry now. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Witness testimony the night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I bet all my money on Edgeworth being innocent. I don't know. It's oof. I bet that I don't know. It'd be pretty crazy if the protagonist of the game won the case. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. And I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. And fuck it, we're already at rock bottom.
Cross-examination. That night, I was out on a boat on the lake. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gorgie. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant, let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. Figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around midnight, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face! I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. And phones if it's 2016, but God knows what year this takes place for real. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Yeah, Von Karma is barely saying anything. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know? Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case! Humph. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So, you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
Like on the phone? Can't do that, Maya. She's dead.
Thanks for fucking reminding me again, Nick, about my dead fucking sister.
If Phoenix keeps hitting that table like that, he might break it. Listen, these fucking desks are built like solid goddamn steel for the abuse that they go through, okay? The only time one of these shits get destroyed, the earthquake that happens on the night of the DL6 incident, and then when there's literally a bomb in the courtroom in the 5th game, and it gets fucking blown up. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, these things get whipped, slapped, coffee slammed. You can really just do anything to them. I just pictured in my mind like a talking head interview, like in a sitcom or something, and the desks are talking and they're like, yeah, I take abuse. That's basically my job at this point. All I do is I get slapped around, slashed, whipped when Franziska Von Karma is in play. What the hell, man? That night I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. Okay. Oh, my alarm's going off. Okay. I don't need medication. I have Ace Attorney. Okay. Fired 3 times. 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight.
Objection!
Well, wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure?
That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order, and stop that booing! Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? Is it a crime? Yeah, I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Comma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Rice, should he continue the testimony? Continue, yeah. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me! I wouldn't if there was any other way out of this, believe me. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it's just difficult to believe this testimony. Objection! Objection! Wait, Your Honor! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? You can't be that fucking old that you exist before radio. I'm an ancient, unknowable being. Yeah, I think Larry might, maybe, be kind of a big radio fan. A big radio head, one might say. And then, like, Creep starts playing. An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. What Larry heard. Okay. It's lonely being all alone on Christmas Eve. So you turned on the radio. Right! And I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there all alone on Christmas Eve. Alone! I shouldn't have said anything. So that's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Phoenix protecting his bestie. You mean Larry or Edgeworth? Because he's got some history with both of them. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? I was listening to it real booming loud. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. No, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. Here it comes! Here it comes! Here it comes! What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Kalma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care! We should absolutely care! We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh? Fine, very well, I suppose. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Hold it! Are you sure? Here it comes! Here it comes! Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. Okay. Okay. This was taken at 12:15. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know that I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor! Here it comes! Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. I think he's trying to reassure himself. The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Let's go! There it is! The thing! The meme! The Ace Attorney almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Let's fucking go! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve! That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. It was shot 3 times? This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies.
Bah, you waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have any proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing things? Yeah, the other photo. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, yeah? Thank you. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order, order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes.
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. No. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit that it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15 minutes after midnight. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer? Yes. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous.
Luda? Yeah, Karma really does think like, oh, you're a young little bitch. Guess what, motherfucker? Boomer? We're gonna win, bitch.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place. Oh, fuck. The boat shop? Yeah. I'm totally not using the walkthrough. Present. Yeah! This is crazy, right? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop.
I like that Von Karma looks fucking bald in the side profile.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in a boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
And who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details?
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose.
Would you want Phoenix as your lawyer if you were accused of murder? If he's pulling off shit like this, abso-fucking-lutely. As a first choice? Probably not. But, like, with this... to create a witness? Yeah. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake,
It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Larry's just standing there like, hey guys, what about me? Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh, he looks so sad. I'm squishing him. I'm squishing his face. Squish, squish, squish. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said is mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. The boat shop owner doesn't know his name. That means no one has talked to him. Oh no, it's because he has memory loss. And when talking about the DL6 case earlier, which his bird said, don't forget DL6, they said that the third person in the elevator with Edgeworth and his father, because of the oxygen deprivation, suffered memory loss. Interesting, huh? Interesting, huh? Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. I want him carnally. Normally, I am mostly into women. I am very, very weak to women, as we all know. But something about his strange, disgusting swag, it vexes me. Very well. Court is adjourned. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
But that's the thing, is that he's been at the boat shop for, like, years. Nobody talks to him. They said he's been like a recluse. I mean, Phoenix and Maya thought that the boat shop was closed and kind of abandoned. And then it turns out he was in there the whole time. the only person he has to talk to isn't a person, it's a fucking parrot. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
It makes for an interesting game, Phoenix.
What, Maya?
Nothing. I know what you mean, though. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
I mean, both of us have been on trial, Maya. Like, recently. Like, in the last year, both of us were on trial for murder. Anyway, hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. God, you really are Tumblr's favorite fucking wet cat. You are a Webkins that is absolutely sopping wet with milk, being slammed against the goddamn walls, aren't you?
It would appear so. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime that you committed? A memory of murder. To be continued. Woo! What do we think, gang? Pretty crazy shit, right? I would love to overwrite the selected save data. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Alright. So what do we think, gang? Like, God, I fucking love this case. It's so good. And Edgeworth's sad little puppy eyes are so excellent. There's so many fucking twists and turns, and like, I watched the Game Grumps play this, like, in high school. So I know vaguely how it goes, but it's been so fucking long. It's so hard to remember. So, like, yeah, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants and by the seat of the walkthrough for a good chunk of this. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far, though. Like, I'm just like, God, I love this fucking game. I love this series. I love this game. I am so excited to keep playing it because, like, after this case, I'm fucking clueless again. Like, I don't know anything else that happens in the Ace Attorney trilogy. In the Phoenix Wright trilogy, at least. I watched Apollo Justice a lot more recently. But, yeah. I'm so fucking excited to get to Apollo Justice. I think I'm gonna keep going for tonight, because... I want to get through this series faster. Like, I need to be streaming for longer amounts of time so that I can, like, get to the 4th game by April 17th for the first day of the trial. With Apollo just as the best character in the whole fucking series. But for now, I am gonna take a teeny tiny break and drink some water and probably piss. But I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I've had a little snack. I'm gonna hydrate a little bit more. You know when you drink really cold water and it, like, murders your teeth? Me neither. Okay. Time to keep going. December 27th. I appreciate you staying up. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never.
Nick? Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint, haha. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick?
Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. But it's me, the ace attorney, but I'm also the heterosexual attorney. I'm very straight, okay? I think about Edgeworth normal amounts. Okay, well, I think you could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero! Larry, you really helped out in the trial today.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. What I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me? But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. Oh boy, I've heard about those ones, those dangin' rompas. They be dangening and rompaing.
A class trial?
You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Shut.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
I could see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant.
I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, no borrowing my eraser. He shouldn't be allowed in the relay race. Or give me back my 50 cents I loaned you.
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles?
Oh, his little suit!
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it?
No.
Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry.
Why don't you all just shut up?
This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine. Ugh, Jesus. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he had become. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? Phoenix, that's really gay!
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick.
So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Oh, okay, let's go. Okay. What do we have evidence-wise? Okay, we got rid of the camera, the empty picture. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the lake. December 27th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Hey, pal. Long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No prob, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal.
What? Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing.
Yeah!
No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotto was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Let's move to the public beach. December 27th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
Is the trash empty today? Trash can with no trash. At least the place is well maintained. Damn it. Listen, all of my instincts say check the trash. Boat rental shop.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
Huh? I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Aha, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg! This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho-ho, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Can I examine anything? No clues here. There's a forest here beyond these bushes.
Nick! The forest! There's someone in there!
Huh? You're right. There's a few policemen in there.
They must be looking for the caretaker.
Good luck. The boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone's around.
The caretaker must have run for the hills, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
He didn't seem like a bad person.
Okay, I guess we just go in. December 27th, caretaker's shack.
Nobody's home.
Hello, squaw.
Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello, squaw.
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor ferret...
Not ferret. Fuck.
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. And that ferret in the corner.
And then there's this little ferret that's like... Hello, squaw. Examine. Hiya, Polly.
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Polly's gonna make a fantastic witness. You don't even know. It doesn't look like he used his kitchen much. Oh, wait.
It doesn't look like he used his kitchen much.
You're right.
I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie.
What, you thought he was telling the truth? Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial.
Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them?
Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right?
Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away.
Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Don't you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not.
Ah?
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just, when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you.
I love you so much, Maya. Let's go into the safe. Let's go into the safe. That's...
Polly, what's the number of the safe?
1228, squawk.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
Sure there isn't any money in there.
Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
Guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter?
Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth!
Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letter from the safe added to the court record. There's nothing left in the safe.
I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him.
He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Anything else, Polly? No, I think that's it. I think maybe we go to the cops now. Wait, what stops a lawyer from making fake evidence and using it in court if it makes sense? Well, in the real world, the law. And actually, the great thing is, this is something they address in Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. This is actively something they address in Apollo Justice. This is the thing that loses Phoenix his license. Not just taking evidence, because apparently just taking evidence is fine, but like, false evidence is a huge part of Phoenix Wright's story. It's... Oh, I'm so excited, dude. Okay. To the Criminal Affairs Department. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. What is that on the windowsill? Oh, time to reintroduce another person. Hey, is that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. Tomorrow, I'll present it before the department at last. I'm going to make sure they know how much people like the Blue Badger. Good luck. That, it's basically the police chief's persona that he made up as a mascot for the police department. And, he's very passionate about his persona. And good for him. And good for him. Move to the detention center? Yeah, okay. December 27th, detention center visitors room. Hi, Ronald. Hi. You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! It's Bakudeku all fucking over again! He doesn't remember holding his hand out to you in the stream! No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, Ronald's legs must hurt from standing in the same spot for so long. Yeah, for real. He's just like fucking suffering. My legs hurt. I miss my job as the Ronald McDonald clown. We know, Ronald. You tell us all the time, I miss being the Ronald McDonald clown. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. I love this expression, the one where he's like shifting his eyes back and forth. Autism! He can't make eye contact! Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to become a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. He thinks he's a bad person! Ooh, the juicy characterization when a character thinks beyond all evidence, beyond anything you can prove to them, that they are fundamentally a terrible person. When a character thinks that they are absolutely fucking irredeemable, oh, it's so juicy, yummy, yum, 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 yum. I will eat it up every fucking time.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Can I show you some evidence? Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. Not sure I can help you with that. The parrot? Okay, yeah. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow? Could that be a coincidence? Oh. Time to time out this person. I just got a bot. Give me a second. Boop. Excuse me. Can I do my my moderator things? Okay, ban. Boop. Okay. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Do you want to see your dad's dead body?
Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that.
You're right. Shit. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men. Meaning myself and Robert Hammond?
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
The bear? I don't think so.
No. Miss Faye. Yanni Yogi. The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I follow now, okay.
She's a bright one, isn't she, right? Oh, extremely. She shines brighter than the sun. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right?
Yeah?
Oh, shit. Yeah? Right, was that an impression of Maya? I do impressions too sometimes. It was pretty good. Anyway, there's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? Tell me about your nightmares and your dreams, Edgeworth. Let me hold your face in my hands. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Help, I can't breathe!
Quiet, I said quiet, you're not making this any easier.
I want to get out, help, get us out!
Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe. You're using up my air.
What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you.
What? What are you?
Stop breathing my air. Fuck. Oh, something fucked up my throat about that one.
No, Father! He's attacking Father!
Oh, so it was Yogi yelling, not Edgeworth. Jesus, they don't make it exactly easy to parse. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away! Get away from my father!
Bang!
Whoa!
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe...
There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6!
Criminal Affairs Department? No. Right and Coat Law Offices? Yeah.
1 day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Oh, god damn it. Gourd Lake? Oh, bye. Thanks for coming to stream. I have no idea where the fuck to go right now, though. Public beach to the boat rental shop and then go on the inside of the caretaker shack and talk to Polly? I don't know. The fucking... There is someone else who knows about DL6. Well, that would be... Mia? Knows about DL6? Polly? Wait, do I present Polly? No, okay. No, okay, well, her mom knew about DL6. Can I present my attorney's badge? No, not again. Ronald, do you have any ideas? No, I'm pretty useless. Oh, Ronald, don't talk about yourself that way. You're really good at guarding that door. There is someone else. Oh, Grossberg. Duh. December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. Mr. Grossberg! Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're not!
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth! He...
Jesus. I'm like suffering status effects. I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream! Only a dream!
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled,
Well...
Also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No! I don't believe it!
Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost, and died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called out a spirit meeting. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless. Can I present some shit to you? I am an attorney. Misty's picture? Ah, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what?
I think I'll stay out of this one. The parrot? This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Oh ho! So this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Manfred von Karma, bitch! Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Well, wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. Huh? He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no!
But how could von Karma know about Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court and von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Persist affectionist? Yeah, for real. Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence, and though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? Wait, faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow!
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations?
I have like a tickle in my throat. I mean, we don't take vacations either, Maya. We're poor.
Like, go to the sea? Or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe!
We've never been to Europe, Maya. We're poor. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma's going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
Maya would have originally been a lawyer in training who's... Oh yeah, you told me this last time. Hi again. I won't let him. It's okay. Glad to see you back on the stream. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright? 18 to 44, that's crazy. If you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Okay. Let's go to the detention center? No. To the Criminal Affairs Department. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real.
Oh, the current Ace Attorney series logo features Phoenix with an Ahoge. Cool. I made an Ahoge I cosplay Rotten Girl Miku, and she has a cute little swirl on the top of her head, and I fucking made that shit on my wig with some wire, and it looks sick as hell, and I'm so fucking proud of it. Maybe I'll post pictures in the Discord at some point. Gently plugging my streamer Discord server like a professional.
We were wondering if we could check out the records room again?
Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry!
I can't wait for nothing bad to happen to Phoenix Wright in this records room. December 27th, Police Department Records Room.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking at it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
It was for real written with what would be the most damaging to Edgeworth's psyche. That's fucking crazy. Oh man. Unsolved cases.
Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Eek! Von Karma!
You. This front angle is so scary. What the fuck? Why is he like a fish or something? He's a fucking predator. He literally looks like some kind of carnivore. I can't fucking stand this. Get it off my screen. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. The smiling is so scary! Stop it! Stop it! Stop!
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me, a grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival? That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you, a defense attorney, information? Bah!
Creep!
Fool. Creep. Oh, the letter! Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? The class trial is based off a real event series director Shoot Kumi experienced in his youth. He accidentally stole a 5-yen coin from a girl's piggy bank and was peer pressured into apologizing teary-eyed. I was able to use that incident to write a bigger story, so I guess things turned out alright in the end. That's cool! I love all these fun facts. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What? Nick? What is that thing?
Oh my god! A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run! Ah!
Maya! Out of my way. Whoa! Fun fact, originally episode 3's culprit was a male director, but it was changed to a female producer after the team realized there were too many male culprits. Slay! And Dee Vasquez, oh, what a queen she is. I mean, she killed someone, but, you know. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya!
The letter! Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah, but are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Whoa, Maya's suicidal moment. I didn't remember this. Maya! Ugh, there has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Huh? Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. DL6 bullet stashed in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Oh man! Oh man! Oh, I know I should go to bed, but... Oh man! Final day trial. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I forgot how fucking good this case was. I really... fun fact, little of Gumshoe's backstory was written before he was created. Certain elements of Gumshoe simply grew organically from writing, such as his salary being cut. Poor Gumshoe, man. I love him so much. From the first time that I read this, or watched someone play it, I really didn't remember him and Edgeworth being that close. But, like, they're genuine friends. I love that. I seriously love all these fun facts. They give boss and underling vibes, but in an empowering way. They give, like, boss and underling, but, like, but in, like, a, like... Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Woo, ADHD. They give boss an underling, but, like, boss who is, like, chronically kind of suicidal and overworking himself, and then, like, underling who is, like, holding the boss's mental health together by a thread. Sorry, I'm just having to send a friend a message real quick. Every box art character needs a therapist urgently. So true. Phoenix is the type... to me, Phoenix really gives me, like, tells all of his friends and everybody he knows, like, you really should go to therapy. I think it'll really, really help you. And then somebody finally asks, like, wait, Phoenix, are you in therapy? And he's like, what, me? I don't need to go to therapy. I'm fine. Idiot boy man. I love him. I don't know, part of me wants to leave it here for tonight, but also part of me's like, I'm having so much fun. And also, I am trying to get through, like, all 3 games in this trilogy before the 17th next month, so I don't know. Then again, I've only been doing this for a week, and I'm already almost through Turnabout Goodbyes, so I feel like we're on a pretty steady pace. If I'm like, I don't know. The reason why the re-releases took so long was because the team was not confident they could create a good experience without touch controls, hence the 3DS and mobile ports being among the first. Huh. That's sick. There's certain things with, like, Apollo Justice that when I was watching... Even now, some of the science in Rise from the Ashes is a bit fidgety. Yeah, like, when I was watching, Nico B play Apollo Justice, I was like, man, you can really tell that this game was made for, like, was it the DS or the 3DS or something? Sometimes you can really tell that a game was made for the console that it was made for. And I mean this in a good way, like, Skyward Sword, that shit was made for the Wii. I would not want to play it with a Wii, I'm not gonna lie. I think that the sword controls would be a fucking nightmare for me. But, you know, there was a vision intended in mind. Okay, I think maybe I leave this here for tonight, and I finish the trial tomorrow. That way, more of my buddies who are into this game can... Absolutely fun fact, when the team was working on Rise from the Ashes, they were shown a gameplay demo of the DS, which resulted in a vast amount of ideas from Takumi. That's cool! I love that! I love, like, innovations in gaming technology leading to innovations in, like, the stories that can be created within that technology. Like, that's just so fucking cool. And even then, sometimes the reverse is true, where it's like limitations in technology are what lead to things being created, like, within those limitations, and it breeds a kind of creativity that you just, like, if things had been available from the start, like, if from the start we had the kind of technology that we do today, you just would not get. This is one of my things, is, like, I know there's a whole thing going on right now that I don't really know a ton of the details of, but, like, with the NVIDIA DLSS 5, like, graphics discourse going on, where the CEO is like, more graphic, always better. But for me, personally, like, when you take the Kingdom Hearts franchise, for example, I think Kingdom Hearts looked its best when the graphics were more cartoony and less realistic. I personally think that, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks super weird compared to the earlier Kingdom Hearts games. I really prefer the visual style of, fuck, I don't remember what the engine is called, but when they moved to, I think, Unreal Engine. Yeah, game jams are a really great example. Fun fact, a cited inspiration for the forensic examination in Ace Attorney was when Takumi was playing Resident Evil. He was examining a book and a coin popped out from it. That's really cool. I love that. Dude, inspirations and stuff are so cool. Like, just the places that we get our ideas, and, like, the way that art inspires other art, and then it all compounds on itself. It's fucking beautiful. Makes me really love humanity, man. Like, fuck, dude. We're such a cool species, and, like, for all of the bad we do in the world, there's a whole lot of fucking good, too. We make games just because. I mean, part of it's profit, but like, if you go back to the fucking beginning, there's always creativity, and there's always, like, telling stories for the sake of telling stories, and just to entertain and bring joy to other people. And not just joy, but, like, to give people an emotional experience. And it really is beautiful. Like, this is something I could talk about forever and ever and ever. The human instinct and desire to tell stories is one of the most amazing things in the entire world, I think. And it's so uniting and wonderful because you can trace it back through every culture, every people, every location around the world. For all of time, we have always been here, and we have always been making up stories and telling them to each other. I watch Milo Rossi, Mini Minute Man, on YouTube a lot, and I cannot recommend him enough. But he really spends a lot of time going into this sort of thing about, like, what makes human beings and what unites us now in our time with these people from the past. And he places a lot of emphasis on humanizing ancient peoples, or even more recent than ancient, like, just on peoples of all times in every period. He's like, human beings have always been human beings, and, like, back then they were just like us. And we are just like them. Like, they were just people. And they carved these things, or they wrote these stories, or they gave this oral history for a reason. And often it was to entertain, or to, you know, like, pay homage, or, like, you know, just all sorts of things where it's like, it's like so honoring and interesting, just the way of framing all ancient people as being just people, regular human beings, just like any of us. And, like, one of the things I find so wonderful and beautiful is the way that, like, art is so constant and universal. Anybody can draw a fucking stick figure. How many of us draw the fucking cool S? Or an Among Us? A Moogle. A Moogie. That's what me and my partner call them. We call them little Moogies. How many times do you see a fucking Moogie somewhere? And it's just like, that's funny. But, like, it's also like, this is a little piece of art, and we're using it to communicate with each other and to bring about a reaction, which is usually laughter. And, like, that's gone on forever. that has always happened, and it probably will always happen as long as human beings as a species exist. And that's so fucking cool. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's amazing. And, like, the fact that I can sit here and I can play this game, which people made. They wrote the code, they made the art, they came up with this story, and it all was inspired by experiences they had or other art that they experienced. Like, it's amazing. Fun fact, Takumi was mindful to not include overtly Japanese puzzles / plot points in Ace Attorney 1, but after producer Mikami told him the game would never be localized, he went all out for the second and third game. Now that I'm excited to see. Because what the fuck are they gonna do with burgers then? I love you, Japanifornia. But that's another interesting point too. Like, localization is just another example of, like, it's an entire, like, career path which is based around how best to communicate a piece of art to a people that might not be familiar with the original piece of art or elements of that original piece of art. And so when you get things like anime dubbing, shit, my phone's dying. When you get things like anime dubbing, there's a huge art that when it comes to localization, because you have to take into account, like, the original intent of the dialogue and the tone of the dialogue and things like dialect or accent and whether or not to communicate that, like whether to make it just kind of like universal. In creating a good reason for why there's so much Fey tradition in America, Janet Sue essentially wrote alternate history, and I think that's both beautiful and hilarious. Exactly! Like, it's amazing. It's a little bit San Francisco-ish, like in Big Hero 6, but even then, like, if I look at Big Hero 6, I'm like, absolutely, whoever conceptualized the idea of San Francisco, like, that has to be an Ace Attorney fan. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind that Ace Attorney was a huge inspiration for something like San Francisco in Big Hero 6. It's just so cool. Translation, localization, art, games in general, it's fucking awesome. And it makes me love being alive, which is great, because I used to not want to do that anymore. But now, I'm in a way better place, and I'm just like, every so often I get these moments of just like total fucking, like, wow, how, like, there's a lot of shit that I am not lucky for. Like, there's just a lot of shit that's not super bueno that's happened in my life. But, like, the fact that I exist in a time and place where I can play this game that people made, that they were inspired by, and, like, they made this whole thing, and I can play it, and I can stream it, and I can put it on the fucking internet, and people from all over, anywhere, can watch it and can hear me fucking yapping like this. Like, isn't that fucking incredible? Doesn't it just make you want to fucking cry sometimes? Like, Ace Attorney 4 contains trace amounts of Yakuza. Takumi figured American audiences would be familiar with it from Takashi Kitano movies and the like. He was kind of wrong. At the time it came out, I think, and, like, was first localized, but, like, I think people are generally... Then again, I might be that one XKCD comic right now that's, like, people that are familiar with Japanese culture often... It's like the experts in a field often overestimate the average layperson's expertise or knowledge about things. Like the, yeah, people have warmed up to ramen and sake and the um, uh, like, the boom in Japanese culture's popularity in America in the last, like, I'd say decade. I was actually, this is gonna sound so fucking nerdy. I made a post about it on Blue Sky, but I was recently reading the Wikipedia page for anime's popularity in the United States, and it has a particular section. It actually goes through the whole history of, like, how what hugely popularized it was the Toonami segment on Cartoon Network, and then Toonami eventually ended, and anime was moved to just be airing on Adult Swim once Cartoon Network switched over to Adult Swim at night, and then Adult Swim was moved to its own network, and so anime continued to just air there as action, and so that was mostly, like, Dragon Ball, fucking Naruto, but, oh shit, what's the Cowboy Bebop? But also Evangelion and a bunch of other titles, Akira, would air there. So, like, there wasn't really a place besides 4Kids for kids to get their anime content. But, like, 4Kids was there, and they had, like, Naruto and One Piece and stuff. So, like, the 2000s, it started, and people kind of, like, that's why our generation, I don't know your age, actually, but, like, my generation, is a lot more familiar with anime than previous generations because of, like, Pokemon airing on 4Kids and, like, Dragon Ball Z Kai airing on Toonami, which Dragon Ball Z Kai was, like, my first exposure to anime, like, at all, and some episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal that I can barely remember. But, like, then, so Adult Swim moved to its own channel, and then people wanted Toonami to come back really fucking bad. Yeah, if Ace Attorney was localized today, ramen would just be ramen. Which is why the noodle stand in Ace Attorney 4 is so funny. Because it's like, it kind of seems like it's supposed to be implied that this is like the noodle stand that they're always getting ramen from. But, like, they made Maya obsessed with burgers, so it's like it's like they have no familiarity at all with this random noodle man. At least that's the impression that I got when I watched Nico B play Apollo Justice. But, like, yeah. It's very interesting. Like, honestly, COVID and lockdown massively increased the popularity of anime in, I guess, generally the West, but especially the US, because of all of the exposure to edits of My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, fucking, what was the other example? Death Note, and shit like that. So, like, kind of sucks since Apollo eating there is supposed to be a passing of the torch moment since it's where Maya would eat, but it was lost on Western audiences. Exactly! But even in the fact that, like, it's lost, like, it's such an interesting sort of anthropological, it's such an interesting anthropological, example, because, like, it exemplifies the amount that, like, Western audiences have changed when it comes to their familiarity with Japanese media, culture, anything, you know? It's sick as hell. But also it kind of sucks. Like, thematically, and on a characterization level. I'm gonna drink some water. Water break, everyone. Anyone in chat? Take a sip of your water. Or any other equivalent liquids. But yeah, it's just like... No, I only know some things. I actually... Okay, so my familiarity with this game is... I watched the Game Grumps play this game up to the end of Turnabout Goodbyes, and then they ended their playthrough, and I watched that in high school, which for me, I'm 22, so that was about when I was like 15 or so. So it was a while ago. It was like 7 years ago-ish. So I watched that, and then more recently, 2 years ago, I think, I watched Nico B play Ace Attorney Apollo Justice because that's my partner's favorite Ace Attorney game, and they wanted to show me. And they were like, you don't actually have to know much about what happens in Ace Attorney 2 or 3, in order to, like, understand things that happen in Apollo Justice. And I was like, okay, excellent. So I know everything that happens in Apollo Justice, and I know the very beginning of Spirit of Justice because of watching the very beginning of that playthrough. But then I got distracted with other stuff and I never finished it. So I got through, like, maybe the first case of Spirit of Justice, and that's it. But I don't actually know anything about this trilogy past Turnabout Goodbyes. Turnabout Goodbyes is the end of my knowledge. All I know is Phoenix falls off a bridge at some point, and also, Phoenix swallows a necklace. 'Cause of a girl that, from what I can tell, looks really nice and sweet, but isn't, maybe? So that's pretty much it. The rest of my knowledge, besides the stuff that I have actively watched, all comes from, like, fandom osmosis and seeing funny posts. I don't think you were here earlier when we got to almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas, but I was losing my fucking mind. I was going absolutely ape shit. I was like, there it is! The line! Literally never gets old, and it never will. I'm so upset that some of my friends who usually watch my streams weren't here for it, because they would have been fucking losing it too. But, hey, that's what the VODs are for. Me subtly plugging my VOD channel, solar_stargaze_bonus.youtube.com, or whatever, however that goes. Fuck. I'm so smooth and so professional, dude. I'm so good at this and so practiced. I'm graceful as fuck. But yeah, my partner is actually super stoked that I upload my VODs like the night that I have the streams, because they've been missing a bunch of them because they're chronically ill. They would think that's funny, I promise. But they've been sleeping a lot, so they've been missing a lot of streams. And also they live, in the UK. So usually when I stream, it's, let's see, like 3 a.m. for them. So they've been trying to fix their sleep schedule, so it's just been, yeah. I'm genuinely pretty excited to see the reaction that I get from them to some of the fucking bits that I've done. My favorite bit being that the reason that Phoenix doesn't remember shit from law school for the most part is because when he went to take the bar, he ran into a bar and hit his head and got amnesia. That's why in the first case, it's totally not just game design in order to introduce these concepts and familiarize the audience with them. Nah, bro got amnesia worse than Yanni Yogi. Literally, I actually, the rest of them aren't edited, but, that very first case, I actually have edited into a YouTube video, if you're ever interested. But, yeah. Literally, it's like fucking. Oh gosh. Oh, Mia, I don't remember what a defendant is, or a witness, or a testimony. And she's like, Phoenix, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, like, I taught you better than this, right? I know I did. But then also it's like, Phoenix, all you have to do is press L1. Mia, what the fuck are you talking about, L1? That doesn't make any sense. Don't worry, Phoenix. The omniscient puppeteer controlling all of us will know exactly what I mean. Mia, what the fuck? Omniscient puppeteer? Don't worry about it, Phoenix. Wink. Oh, suddenly I've forgotten everything I was worried about because of that wink, tee. Gets him every time. Oh, shit. Fun fact, the Phoenix Wright trilogy sold remarkably low on Xbox. It sold about 400k on Twitch, 200k on Steam and PlayStation, but only 4k on Xbox? Wow. That's actually fucking crazy. I guess, like, the average Xbox user is, like, usually using it to play, like, I don't know, Call of Duty Zombies or some shit. I mean, my family has an Xbox, but, like, what do they usually play on it? Mostly Minecraft. Also, in case interested, there's the link for the YouTube video for the first. It's fully edited. It took me 3 days and 1 full all-nighter to edit. I slept so much after it was done. My dad speculates it's because Xbox is an American console. Editing is so painful. Also, honestly, very true. It's, yeah. But editing is... I know that people, like... Yeah. Like, just uploading the VODs feels so good. It just feels so good to just post a video and not fucking worry about it. But also, like, I did end up finding it very rewarding to see the end result and, like, see my friends react to it and, like, say that it was funny and stuff, and I was like, oh, fuck. This is gonna be like crack to me, isn't it? This is gonna be my downfall. Editing and enjoying the painful process of it. 'Cause it's so tedious and so, like, it's such a pain in the ass. You know what? So for true. I have been streaming for 4 fucking hours. But thank you for the fun facts, and thank you for the fun conversation. I really appreciate you coming to stream. I look forward to you maybe coming for another one tomorrow about 8 or 9-ish p.m. CST. That's Chicago time. Chicago. But if not, no worries, but we're gonna fucking wrap this trial up. Watch Edgeworth's gay-ass flounder more. Thank you so much for coming out. This has been super fun. Bye-bye!